Take a deep breath and let's hear a story about Thomas, a guy who spent 15 years sharing morning coffees with his best friend Sarah, never realizing that his perfect love story was sitting right across the cafe table all along. Thomas lived in a charming coastal town where the gentle sound of waves provided a constant, soothing backdrop to his daily life. Every morning, he would walk along the shoreline, breathing in the fresh, salty air that filled his lungs with vitality. His footprints in the soft, warm sand marked his regular path to the local café, where Sarah, his best friend of 15 years, would be waiting with their usual order of lavender tea and freshly baked croissants. The cafe, with its worn wooden floors and the comforting aroma of coffee beans, had become their sanctuary over the years. The morning sunlight would filter through the large windows, casting a golden glow on Sarah's auburn hair as she shared stories about her work as a children's book illustrator. Thomas always found himself mesmerized by the way her eyes crinkled when she laughed, and how her hands moved gracefully as she described her latest projects. Their friendship had weathered countless storms, celebrated numerous victories, and shared thousands of quiet moments. They had a comfortable routine of Sunday brunches, weekly movie nights, and spontaneous adventures that often led them to discover hidden gems in their small town. Sarah knew exactly how to comfort Thomas when he was stressed about his work as a marine biologist, and he could always tell when she needed a quiet walk along the beach to clear her mind. As autumn approached, the town transformed into a canvas of warm colors, with maple leaves dancing in the gentle breeze. Thomas and Sarah would spend hours in the local park, sitting on their favorite bench beneath an old oak tree, sharing a thermos of hot chocolate and watching as golden leaves spiraled down around them. The crisp air carried the sweet scent of fallen leaves and distant bonfires, creating a cozy atmosphere that wrapped around them like a soft blanket. Through the years, their friends and family had often commented on their special bond, but Thomas had always dismissed their knowing smiles. He treasured their friendship too much to risk complicating it with romance. Yet lately he found himself noticing small details about Sarah that he'd somehow missed before. The way she absently tucked her hair behind her ear when concentrating, or how her presence made any room feel warmer and more inviting. Sarah's apartment, filled with her artwork and collected treasures from their adventures, had become as familiar to Thomas as his own home. The soft cushions on her couch still held the indent from where he always sat during their weekly movie marathons. The walls were adorned with photographs of their shared memories, hiking in the mountains, building sand castles on the beach, and celebrating birthdays with their close-knit group of friends. One particularly peaceful evening, as they sat on Sarah's balcony watching the sun paint the sky in shades of pink and orange, Thomas realized how perfectly their lives had intertwined. The comfortable silence between them spoke volumes about their deep connection, and the gentle sea breeze carried the sweet fragrance of Sarah's garden herbs, creating a moment of pure contentment. Their shared love for nature had led them to create a small garden together on Sarah's balcony. Fragrant herbs and colorful flowers thrived under their combined care, much like their friendship had flourished over the years. The sound of wind chimes, a birthday gift from Thomas, created a melodious backdrop to their conversations about dreams, fears, and everything in between. Time seemed to flow differently when they were together, whether they were cooking dinner in one of their kitchens or taking long walks along the shore. The rhythm of their friendship was as natural as breathing, each person anticipating the other's needs and thoughts without effort. Their laughter echoed through the streets as they shared inside jokes and remembered amusing moments from their shared history. The local community had come to know them as an inseparable pair, always seen together at farmers' markets, community events, and local festivals. They had their favorite vendors who knew their preferences, the flower seller who always saved Sarah's favorite peonies, and the baker who prepared Thomas's preferred sourdough bread. Their presence brought warmth and joy to these weekly gatherings. Each season brought its own special traditions for them: spring picnics in the meadow, summer evening swims, autumn leaf collecting adventures, and winter stargazing sessions wrapped in warm blankets. These moments had created a tapestry of memories that formed the foundation of their deep connection. The changing seasons seemed to mirror the evolution of their relationship, constant yet ever-growing. The town library, where they had first met as college students, remained a special place for both of them. The quiet corners and towering shelves of books held countless memories of study sessions that had turned into deep conversations about life, love, and their hopes for the future. The scent of old books and the soft lighting created an atmosphere of timeless comfort. Their circle of friends often gathered at local spots that had become landmarks in their shared history: the ice cream parlor where they celebrated victories, the bookstore where they spent rainy afternoons, and the small music venue where they discovered new artists together. Each place held stories of laughter, support, and the gradual deepening of their connection. Years of shared experiences had created an unspoken language between them, expressed through subtle glances and gentle gestures. They could communicate volumes with just a raised eyebrow or a slight smile, understanding each other's thoughts and emotions without the need for words. This silent communication was a testament to the depth of their connection. The realization began to dawn on Thomas during a quiet Sunday afternoon as they prepared dinner together in his kitchen. The familiar dance of moving around each other while cooking, the way Sarah hummed softly while chopping vegetables, and the natural rhythm they had developed over years of friendship suddenly took on a new meaning. The sunlight streaming through the window created a soft halo around her, and Thomas found himself wondering how he hadn't seen it before. As autumn deepened, Thomas started to notice how his heart would skip a beat when Sarah's hand brushed against his while reaching for a coffee mug or how time seemed to stop when she smiled at him across a crowded room. The comfortable silence they shared now held a different kind of tension, like the air before a summer rain. He found himself paying more attention to the little things, the way she arranged flowers in her apartment, how she remembered everyone's birthday, and her infectious laugh that could brighten any day. Their weekly movie nights began to feel different, with Thomas acutely aware of every time Sarah leaned against him during scary scenes or rested her head on his shoulder when she was tired. The soft glow of the television illuminated her face in the darkness, and he found himself watching her reactions more than the movie itself. The warmth of her presence beside him felt both familiar and thrillingly new. Sarah seemed to sense the subtle shift in their dynamic, her glances lingering a little longer than usual, her touches becoming more frequent and deliberate. During their morning walks along the beach, their hands would brush against each other more often, sending tiny sparks of electricity through Thomas's body. The sound of waves and seabirds created a peaceful backdrop to his growing awareness of his feelings. The change in their relationship was like watching a sunrise, gradual, beautiful, and inevitable. Their friends noticed the difference in their interactions, the way they gravitated toward each other at social gatherings, how their eyes sought each other out across rooms. The air between them crackled with unspoken words and possibilities, like the anticipation before a perfect storm. Thomas found himself remembering countless moments they had shared, how Sarah had stayed with him all night when his father was in the hospital, the way she celebrated every small victory in his career, her unwavering support through his struggles and doubts. Each memory revealed a deeper layer of their connection, showing him how their love had been growing quietly all along. Their regular café meetings became charged with new energy, each shared glance holding the weight of revelation. The familiar scent of coffee and pastries mixed with the butterflies in Thomas's stomach whenever Sarah's fingers wrapped around her mug or when she absent-mindedly played with her necklace, a birthday gift he had given her years ago. The morning light seemed to shine differently now, highlighting all the beautiful details he had somehow missed before. One evening, as they walked through the park after dinner, the setting sun painted everything in soft, golden light. The autumn breeze carried the sweet scent of falling leaves, and their footsteps crunched softly on the path. Thomas realized that every step they had taken together had led them to this moment. Every shared laugh and tear had strengthened their bond, preparing them for something deeper. The decision to express his feelings weighed heavily on Thomas's mind. He worried about risking their precious friendship, but the thought of never knowing what could be seemed even more daunting. During their quiet moments together, he could feel the words building up inside him, like waves gathering strength before breaking on the shore. The perfect moment seemed to be always just out of reach. Sarah's art studio, where she worked on her illustrations, became a sanctuary for Thomas's thoughts. Watching her work, completely absorbed in her creativity, he saw how their lives had become so perfectly intertwined. The careful strokes of her brush, the way she bit her lip in concentration, and her genuine joy when completing a piece, all of these moments made him fall even deeper in love. Their shared garden on Sarah's balcony continued to flourish, much like his growing feelings. As they tended to the plants together, their hands would meet while reaching for tools or adjusting stems, each touch carrying more meaning than before. The sweet fragrance of herbs and flowers seemed to enhance the magic of these moments, creating a private world just for them. Time seemed to move differently now, each moment with Sarah both precious and nerve-wracking. Thomas found himself collecting small details like treasures, the sound of her laughter, the way she gestured when excited about something, how she always seemed to know exactly what he needed before he did. These observations only confirmed what his heart had known all along. The town's annual autumn festival approached, an event they had attended together for years. The streets would be filled with twinkling lights, the air would carry the scent of cinnamon and apple cider, and local musicians would play soft melodies that floated through the evening air. Thomas knew this would be the perfect setting to finally share his feelings. Their friends and family continued to watch their dance around each other with knowing smiles and gentle encouragement. The community that had witnessed their friendship bloom over the years seemed to hold its collective breath, waiting for the moment when their relationship would transform into something even more beautiful. The support of their loved ones provided a safety net for the leap they were about to take. On the evening of the autumn festival, as fairy lights twinkled above the town square and soft music filled the air, Thomas finally found the courage to speak his heart. Taking Sarah's hand, he led her to their favorite spot by the old fountain, where the sound of flowing water created a peaceful melody. The scent of cinnamon and autumn leaves wrapped around them like a warm embrace. Sarah's eyes sparkled with understanding as Thomas began to speak, his words flowing naturally, like a river finding its way to the sea. He told her how their friendship had grown into something more precious than he could have imagined, how her presence in his life had become as essential as breathing. The gentle splash of the fountain provided a soothing rhythm to his confession. To Thomas's joy and relief, Sarah's response was a beautiful mixture of laughter and happy tears. She admitted that she too had been falling in love with him, gradually and inevitably, like the changing of seasons. Their first kiss was soft and sweet, carrying the familiarity of years of friendship and the excitement of new beginnings. The world seemed to fade away, leaving only the two of them in their perfect moment. The transition from best friends to lovers felt as natural as breathing, their deep understanding of each other creating a foundation for something even more beautiful. Their shared history gave their romance a depth that made every moment feel both familiar and thrillingly new. Their love story became a favorite tale in their small town, inspiring others to believe in the magic of friendship turning into love. Their daily routines took on new meaning, with morning walks now including held hands and stolen kisses, and movie nights becoming cozier as they cuddled closer together. The comfort of their friendship remained, enhanced by the joy of romantic love. Their shared garden flourished even more, as if responding to their happiness. Friends and family celebrated their union with knowing smiles and warm embraces, having watched their love story unfold over the years. The community that had been their support system continued to surround them with joy and encouragement. Their relationship became a testament to the beauty of letting love grow naturally, like a well-tended garden. The cafe where they had spent countless mornings became even more special, now witnessing their tender moments as a couple. Their favorite bench in the park held new memories of whispered love words and shared dreams. Every familiar place in town seemed to shine brighter, touched by the glow of their happiness. Their creative pursuits flourished in the warmth of their love. Sarah's illustrations gained new depth and emotion, while Thomas's research was inspired by their shared passion for the ocean. They continued to support and inspire each other, their partnership strengthening both their personal and professional lives. Their home became a haven of creativity and love. Seasons continued to change, but their love remained constant, growing stronger with each passing day. They still maintained their traditions, Sunday brunches, weekly movie nights, and spontaneous adventures, but now these moments were enriched by the deep love they shared. Their story became a reminder that sometimes the greatest love stories start with friendship. The sound of waves still provided a backdrop to their life together, but now it seemed to sing a love song just for them. Their morning walks along the shore became opportunities to plan their future, dream together, and appreciate the beauty of their journey. The salty air carried promises of adventures yet to come. Their home became a reflection of their combined lives, Sarah's artwork hanging alongside Thomas's marine biology research, their shared library growing with books they both loved and their garden thriving under their joint care. Every corner held memories of their friendship and the love that had bloomed from it. Time moved forward gently, each day bringing new discoveries about each other and deeper appreciation for their connection. They faced life's challenges together, their bond strengthening with each shared experience. Their love story continued to inspire others, showing that sometimes the greatest love is the one that grows quietly over time. Their evenings often ended as they began, together, sharing stories and dreams, but now with the added sweetness of romantic love. The gentle sound of wind chimes, the soft glow of sunset, and the warmth of their embrace created perfect moments of peace and contentment. Their love story proved that sometimes the best things in life are worth waiting for. Looking back, they realized that their love had been growing all along, nurtured by years of friendship, trust, and understanding. Their story became a reminder that true love often develops naturally, like a beautiful flower blooming in its own perfect time. They had found their happiness in each other, and their love continued to grow, as endless as the waves on their beloved beach.